Hello and welcome to the Solo Voices radio show. Today we welcome a passionate artist whose musical journey began in a home filled with melodies, memories, and multi-generational inspiration. Anthony Mandarano, welcome.
Hi, ciao, how are you?
I'm very good. I'm very happy and curious about you and your music. Anthony had the roots tracing back to the island of Lipari and a soul shaped by diverse influences of jazz, love ballads, heavy metal, pop, and theater. And this artist is taken a leap from listeners to creator. And today we are presenting the single Believe. First of all, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Just been very busy, yeah, just in general, but I'm great. Thank you here in Australia, Victoria, Melbourne.
And can you tell us more about your family's connection to Lipari and how the heritage influences your music?
Yeah, definitely. My parents, my both set of grandparents were born and raised in Lipari. My father was born in Lipari, but my mum was born here in Melbourne. So all my set of grandfathers, like they played the accordion, so they're all musically inclined with playing the philharmonica like the accordion. And yeah, my uncle is a professional accordionist, and so is my father. He's a professional guitarist. And they've always been in a band in Australia, in Melbourne, where it's a community, the Aeolian Club, which is the Sole in Italy. We have a club here that we celebrate for all the Italians, and other nationalities are welcome as well in Melbourne. And my father's played for this club for 50 years. So yeah, as a guitarist and a band. Yeah.
And just a curiosity, and do you feel like Italian or Australian or both? Like is part of your of yourself, but
Both. Both. I was born and raised in Melbourne, here in Victoria, Australia. But growing up was very traditional, like growing up with my grandparents, both set of grandparents. Yeah, so and they encouraged me to sing, and they encouraged me to listen to musicals and to go and help my father carry the instruments when he'd play his in his band. So I was always surrounded with music, whether it was classical, Italian, and then me growing up in the 80s and 90s, that's why I really like all those beats and retro and going into the new generation. So yeah, definitely it was a good experience growing up with the music side of it.
and was there a specific moment when you knew you wanted to become a singer?
I've always enjoyed singing, and I used to always, when I was very young, my dad in his band would allow me to go and sing, like, for example, like a rock and roll song like Elvis Presley. And as long as I sang in tune and I didn't make a fool of myself, he was happy and he goes, "You can do it, you can go up and do it." But also, the singer in the band was very encouraging, and she always wanted me to sing something for the audience, that there were in the function, they were like, doing the function for if I had a moment to sing a song, I was able to do that. But um sorry, back to your question, what encouraged me to sing? Is that what you?
Yeah, more than that, if there was like a specific moment that you thought, okay, I want to do this in my life.
Yeah,
Or-
no, that's right. Yeah, I always wanted to also record my own music, write my own songs. So 2020 was a moment where everyone, obviously, with the pandemic, we had 6 lockdowns in Melbourne. So, and I lost my grandfather, my nonno, with COVID. And I nearly lost my mother with COVID. She was induced coma for 3 weeks at the St. Vincent's Melbourne Hospital. And my dad was he was very worried about her, very depressed. The first song that I actually wrote and finished was called Smile Betty, which in Italian it's Bartolina, like my mum's name. So it was an inspirational song for her to get better. But I gave the song to my father to record because he was depressed on the couch for 1 month waiting for her to get better. So I said, "Here, Dad, this is a song. I want you to get up, start composing it." And in 2 hours, he sung it, he made the music, and I recorded it. And I decided to release it under his name, John Mandarano. And from there, I got a bit, what's the word? I got more into it and I thought, no, I want to do it for myself. So my first single is called Moving On in 2020. And my father's guitar work is in the solo and throughout the song. But I hired a producer back then to dance it up and make it more airplay. And yeah, so that's when it started my recording in 2020 during the pandemic.
And how was your background in theater technology influenced your stage presence or songwriting?
Yeah, theatre technology. I did that back in 1998. I finished high school in 97 and I got into theatre. So I did a lot of drama, acting, and I was very creative with the arts. And I got into that course, and that encouraged me to do more behind the scenes, whether it was writing music or also writing scripts, doing the light, sound, all the prepping, props, and I was on stage as well. So that went for a whole year, and um, it was very enjoyable, very rewarding. But I then eventually, continued doing singing, and my other trade actually is a hairdresser. So that's where, you know, it pays for all the bills. But the music has just now, all of a sudden, since 2020, it's just sort of climbing up, and I keep uh, producing new music.
And what emotions do you aim to convey through your music?
Well, it depends. It depends what I'm writing about. Obviously with my mum, that song Smile Betty, my dad sung that song. That was more of inspirational song and to feel better. So I was writing lyrics to heal. But then I danced it up and it depends on the actual time. I continued making songs like Christmas song was for my nonno when he passed away. It's like a thank you to say he watched over my mother when she was sick in hospital. So that's what that song's about. And then as you keep going to starting fresh, that was like a song about like New Year. So it just depends on the moment and what we're celebrating. But my new song, Believe, it's actually sort of I can't believe that I'm still doing it after 5 years and I'm still dancing. So yeah, that's what that's about when I was writing it. And I went back to my producer, Raul, and he's just a great producer. So basically he worked with me with that song and he's in Spain. So yeah, so I worked back and forth in different countries, but also in Melbourne. I wrote Save the Last Dance for Me, which is I didn't write that, sorry, that's a cover song. But I re-recorded it and that was in Melbourne. So most songs I write here and record, but a lot of them are from overseas. Yeah.
And what was your experience like at the David Jones School of Singing? You can talk about that if you want.
David Jans, that's just basically it's a singing school that I like to do regular, classes just to keep my voice in tune. But at that time they were the popular school to go to. A lot of like Delta Goodrem, I don't know if you've heard of her. She went to that school. So there was like other singers that had gone there, and I sort of just Googled which is a good school to go to, and I went to that school to perfect my voice. I probably went there for a few years. And they were very good because we do like showcases at the end of the month, and it sort of got me on stage more. So, and to be interested in keep singing and keep doing what what you'd like to achieve with your voice. Yeah.
Do you feel that time changes the meaning of your own songs?
Time changes. Say that question again. Time changes.
If
Like,
the time changes the meaning of the songs, like maybe you can feel a song that you made in 2020 like in a different way. Someone do that and think on a different words also. They change the words also sometimes. And for you, always that. Do you feel that the time and the new experiences changes your songs, your music?
yeah, definitely. Like, the time does change. Um, like as the time goes, like by, obviously I think of other ideas, and meanings of other songs that I like to write. So as I get older, I go through different experiences in my life. Like at the moment, I'm happy, and that's why I wrote Believe. I can't believe I'm still dancing, and is this for real? Is this for real? You know what I mean? Like it's just an experience that I'm going through. And I've just, nearly finished a cover song as well, an 80s song that I grew up with, that I will release as well, but that's a cover. But I really enjoy when I write my own songs. It's for me, it's more rewarding because when people like it, like Starting Fresh was played on the radio, and everyone like really liked that song because it was really a fresh, new beginning type of song for the new year. Um, but yeah, I feel that time definitely changes the meaning of your songs. It just depends on what you're going through at that moment. Yeah.
And what's a dream venue or festival you'd love to play at?
Which festival I'd like to play at? Is
Yeah,
that what you?
yeah. If you have some idea.
Oh, if you have any festivals in Italy, I'll come there. Yeah. Festival, I don't know, like there's so many festivals in Melbourne. Like, Um, I wouldn't say no to them if they asked me, of course. So, we have different cultural festivals. So, there's a Lygon Street Festival, which is a street that, we have in Melbourne. It's Lygon Street, but it's an Italian street.
Mhm.
So I'd probably have to sing an Italian song though. Um, yeah, I got to ask my dad, what song helped me. But yeah, definitely, I sing, I mean, for me, I sing more live in my dad's band, still. When he goes to do his gigs, I'll get up and sing. Like the last song I sang was Save the Last Dance for Me. Everyone knows that song. It's a Michael Bublé song. Dolly Parton did a version of it. And I did my version of it. But when I sang it in my dad's band, it was classic. Cool. It was more traditional. I didn't sing it as a dance version like mine because his band members, my dad's older, he's 78, but
Mhm.
they're still very good at what they do. The older they get, the better they become. So yeah.
And do you ever like what is your perception of the festival di Sanremo, if you have one?
Oh, that's amazing festival. I'd sing on that, but my Italian's not that good. Um, Yeah, the Sanremo festival. Yeah, it's amazing. It's big here. Yeah, when it's on. Yeah, definitely. I love it. I grew up listening to all those 80s singers. Yeah.
And do you have any personal routines or rituals that help you stay inspired when composing?
Um, when I'm composing or yeah, writing a song, I like to go to a place where it's relaxing, like the beach or somewhere where you can think better. If I'm on holidays, I'll get a notepad and I'll write words, but also the melody comes in my head, like I start singing it in my mind and then I have to record it and then it depends. Sometimes the music might come first, and then I have to make the lyrics for it. Does that make sense? Like I'll hear music and I'm like, oh, I like that
Mhm.
tune. Maybe I can reinvent it and sort of add my lyrics to it. I have a song called Touch Me. It's a dance song. I heard the beat when I was at a bar. I was just having a drink and me and my friend were, listening to this beat and then I just started adding the lyrics to it and then I thought, oh cool, that's my next
Mhm.
song. So I get ideas through the music, but then I think when I go through something, um an emotional thing, then I can think of the words and then I'll write it, but then I have to compose the music to it. And that's where my dad comes into it or or a producer, composer that I hire. Yeah.
And
But
that.
I produce it a lot too. Like I'm not a musician. Like I
Mhm.
mean I'm not a guitarist or I used to play the guitar, but I'm not that great like my father. But I still put my all my work. I give my ideas as well as a producer. Yeah, definitely.
And that drive us to the next question that is related. What comes first for you? The music, the lyrics, it change times to times. How it works for you?
What comes first? The Say that again, the lyrics.
If come first the music or the lyrics on your composition process?
Um, yeah, I guess that's what I was sort of saying. Yeah, it depends.
Mhm.
Sometimes more obviously the lyrics, but in my head I'm thinking of I'll just think of some like line, a verse, and I'll be sort of, like singing the song. Like it could be anything, It's like I can't believe, I was going, um at first I was going, I can't believe, but then I changed it to, is this for real? Is this for real? Like when I was making believe, because I didn't like, I can't believe, so I changed it to, is this for real? So some things I'll make originally, but then I'll change it when it's in the studio because I want it to sound, you know, the right way as well because I may not like that lyric, so I'll alter it, So normally, yeah, your lyrics come into your head, but then you got to have the beat to it as well. So every composer or songwriter has their own way of doing it, but for me, it's mostly the lyrics, but then I get the beat in my head, and that's when I need a musician to help me sort of then compose it. Yeah.
If you could collaborate with any artist, past or present, who would be and why?
Well, I definitely I grew up in I was little in the 80s when I was growing up and I remember when I was 5 years old or four, I was watching Madonna sing Material Girl and all these songs and I just thought I used to get her confused with Cyndi Lauper as well, but I thought, who is she? She's amazing. And then as I got older, she made more songs, I'm like, oh, she's really good. And now I've got her even more older and she's still around and she's amazing. So I think for me, I'd love to do a song with her, but she's very hard to find and to do a song with. But yeah, definitely Madonna. George Michael was amazing, but he's got an amazing voice, but he's not around anymore. Prince, he's not around anymore, but he was amazing. So yeah, I'd say Madonna. Like, she's pop, dance. She's a legend.
And what are your goals and aspiration for the future? Do you have any specific objectives or projects on the horizon?
Um, yeah, definitely. You mean like in the future making more music? Is that the quick? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna make more singles. Because I released my album Play It Tonight last October, which that was a collection from all my singles from 2020, and I released it on my birthday actually. So that was a great, like promoting my album on my birthday, and it was like my birthday present. And to give it, because a lot of my friends were saying you need an album, you've made all these great like tunes and songs, put it together now. So that's what I did. So that's my next aim, is to make the second album. So I guess Believe is now the first fresh single that I'm promoting. So eventually when I get a good, 8 songs or 10 songs, I can make another album, and that will be my second one. So just takes time. I mean, one song can take you 2 months to make. So if you're gonna make 10 songs, you're looking at nearly a year, you know what I mean? So it's costly as well. It's not cheap. Yeah, but it's fun. For me, I enjoy it. It's like really relaxing to complete a song and then release it. Yeah.
Now we will listen to your new single, Believe. Can you introduce it for us and share what you want to express with this song?
Yeah, definitely. So, my new single is Believe, and I really would love everyone to put their dancing shoes on, turn up the volume, and enjoy the song, because it is a song that it's definitely a club song where you're just gonna dance away. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, that's all I can say. Thank you. My new single, Believe, enjoy it. Yeah.
Anthony Mandarano, Believe. Obviously, you can follow Anthony Mandarano on Spotify, I think also on social media and everywhere on the internet. So,
Yeah,
Anthony
or
Mandarano,
online music stores. Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
thank you so much. Bye bye. Anthony
Thank you.
Mandarano, Believe.
Nice meeting you. Ciao. Thank you.